So I wasn't really planning to drop this content. I didn't think it was the right time. I didn't want it to kind of fall on deaf ears when this video will eventually change your life. It will change your trajectory and it will change the whole way that you actually think about what it means to build a £1 million personal brand, right? And that's the journey I'm on. I'm looking to build a £1 million personal brand in 1,000 days. And it may sound ambitious, it may sound even crazy. However, I have spent a lot of time really honing in on everything that makes this personal branding thing make sense, right? And I'm here to tell you that I've nailed the formula. I have the formula that will make you rich if you apply it the way that you need to apply it, right? And it's quite interesting that I say this because it will be a case where I believe this video will be one of those videos that you'll watch again at some stage in a number of years and you'll be like, wow, he actually said this and it works. It actually works and it applies to everything as long as you follow the actual developments of what I'm going to be telling you, right? But before I even get into it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please drop a comment and let me know if you've been checking in with the content and kind of if you're also looking to drop content as well, because I suppose the content part, before I even give you guys the formula, it plays a position. It doesn't play the most prominent position, but it plays a position in what I'm about to tell you guys. So let me know in the comments if you're looking to get involved. And if you are looking to get involved, it doesn't even need to be daily YouTube uploads. But if you are looking to get to a position where you are on YouTube and you're feeling more confident to drop content like the way that I do it, just kind of really just sharing it just naturally, authentically. Like, you know, sometimes we get things wrong, sometimes we mispronounce things, but that's not the point. The whole point is to be able to provide a daily dose of content for the people that need to hear it or people that want to hear it. And whilst you're doing that, you are building your credibility because not only are you someone that says you're going to do something and you do it, but you're also providing a lot of expertise and knowledge and gems on the way as well. And that can only be something that can help you in the long run. So if you're interested, please click on the description box down below and then sign up and you will get the guide that I use every single day in order for me to drop these videos for you guys as well. So where should I start? I think I want to start with how I even got to this stage of even building out this formula, what this formula sort of represents for me and what it will represent for years to come, right? So as you know, I've been working as a personal branding strategist for, I say, just over a year now, I would say, but there's been a sort of transition and a change. And when I say that, I realized that personal branding as a term is more of a buzzword now. It's more one of those terms where people say it, but they don't actually know what it actually entails, right? And I feel that in this particular era, personal branding has sort of been watered down with the element of you need to build your personal brand. And it's sort of aligned as more of someone being an influencer, which is far from the truth. It's far removed from the truth. But ultimately, those who have been sort of screaming, like me, screaming about the importance of personal branding and what it can actually do for you, I've now come to realize that, yes, personal branding is super, super important. It will never change in that regard. However, I believe now that personal branding as an entity is more favorable for you if you are working 9 to 5. If you're working a job and you're looking to excel in your job and you're looking to also have that level of job security and leverage, that is what a personal brand is there for, in my humble opinion now. I believe that with the way that the job market is going, with the way of the economy, the personal brand part is effectively your insurance to ensure that you are protected for anything that can happen in this life, whether it comes down to a redundancy, whether it comes down to you losing your job, it effectively just helps you to just have that additional level of leverage that can get you another job if you need it. Or if you're looking to get a raise, you can get it because you've shown how you being more visible is allowing more people to be aware of you. And in turn, it makes you more people aware of the company that you work for, right? So with that element, personal branding remains as one of the most important things. So that is definitely something that remains, right? However, what I realized is that a personal brand alone isn't going to get you that level of revenue, that revenue generating life like that you want, that you desire, that you deserve, right? And I was brainstorming as I was really just looking at a lot of content and looking at the way that the world of personal branding is going. And I realized that personal branding is just one piece of the puzzle. It's just one piece of the puzzle. And at the moment, a lot of people, they've been prioritizing their personal brand, but there's two other components that they have not prioritized yet. And this is what I'm going to share with you in this video. What I've realized, what needs to align with your personal brand is also your business brand, right? Your business brand is super, super important, but somehow we neglect the elements of the business brand as something that we shouldn't even really focus on because we need to focus on the person behind the business. And that is completely true, but at the same time, you need to remember that the business is there to generate revenue, it's there to make money, it's there to make a profit, right? You cannot completely focus on your personal brand and neglect your business brand, right? And you need to figure out a way to build them simultaneously. And it may sound like it can't be done, but I guarantee you it can be done now. It can be done now because I worked out the actual formula and the process of how you are able to do both your personal brand and your business brand in a way that will allow you to continue to raise awareness of what you're doing whilst you're able to get the actual people who are actually going to pay for your services, that are actually going to be more invested in what you're working on, and those who are actually looking to effectively just become future prospects and clients for years to come. And that's what it comes down to. You can't necessarily have them so separated where it's like you can't focus on both of them, because you can, right? So you have your personal brand and you have your business brand, right? And what I've realized over the sort of last few months is the missing piece of the puzzle as to why there's people who have been able to generate a mass amount of money based on who they are. And it's not only just a case of who they are, because you know they have the business behind them. Or in some cases, you may not even know they have the business behind them, but they've actually established their business brand and their personal brand. And they've done it simultaneously in a way where we can still see them. They're still visible in our eyes. They have never like disappeared from our eyesight because they've been proactive in terms of where they're being seen, whether they're in publications, whether they're on broadcasts, whether they're on TV, you know, all that sort of stuff counts in terms of where you're positioned and where you're placed and how you're perceived and how you automatically get an approval just based on you just showcasing yourself as a thought leader, a key person of influence, and an obvious choice in that regard. And then with your business brand, you're able to actually translate that into an opportunity where you have your services and you have your offerings that you can provide to the dedicated set of people who are able to look at who you are as a person that can vouch for you, but they also have the actual capital and they actually have a pain point that they know that you can solve because you've been speaking about it, you've been writing about it, and you've been showcasing it for people for as long as you could even remember. Do you understand what I mean? It's that level of understanding of how you're able to translate that side of visibility which comes down to your personal brand, to the credibility part in terms of your business. So that's why when I talk about the importance of your visibility and your credibility being so important, and then they need to align, is because your visibility is your personal brand and your credibility is your business brand. Don't forget that. You cannot forget that. Your visibility is your personal brand and your credibility is your business brand. And for you, understanding and utilizing those two simultaneously, it will get you to a whole new level, a whole new ball game, right? But there's one particular piece that I've been missing out. And what I'm going to do is firstly get water. Firstly. But what I want to say is that with this last sort of piece of the puzzle, so you got the personal brand being one, and you got the business brand being two. So that's two. However, there's one more missing piece of the puzzle. And it may seem obvious. But then when you actually line them up together, and then you see in real time of how I am incorporating these together myself, and where I end up within the 1,000 days of me posting daily content on YouTube, then it will be a case of you will see it in real time and you're going to understand it. And please take the framework and apply it to yourself as soon as possible. I'm sharing this video because I realized that those who watch it and they want the insights and they want the actual truth of how they can actually use their brand in a way that can change their life forever, and they're actually able to generate life-changing amounts of money for their family. Those are the people that I'm speaking to right now. And if you're locked in here, you're still wanting to know what you can do to shift your life forever. Because as I've been applying this method over the last few weeks, there's been so much of a shift. I can't even explain it. All I know is been an increase in awareness of who I am and what I'm doing and what I'm building. And it's been from the personal branding side, by the way. And on the business branding side, it's been providing opportunity now where I've been able to now take things to a whole new level and reinvest it into the whole mission at hand. And it all came down to the business part. I was able to now be able to translate my personal brand into my business brand simultaneously in a way that makes sense. And the reason how I've been able to do that, and the reason why it's going to be a crazy transitional period over the next few months and years of you watching this, right? And today, when am I going to upload this? It's the 24th of January today. It's the 24th of January today, just for context, just so you know when this video was actually recorded. But the missing piece between the personal brand and your business brand is your campaign brand. It's your campaign brand. The campaign is what sets you apart from your competitors, from your peers. That is the thing that drives it home for you of who you are, what you do, what you offer, what you serve, what you have to, how much your services cost, who can buy from you, who can't buy from you. The campaign brand sits in the middle of your personal brand and your business brand because it's the campaign that's activated everything. The campaign is simultaneously allowing people to understand who you are, because now you positioned yourself as a thought leader, you position yourself as a key person of influence, and you position yourself as the obvious choice, right? And based on the fact that you've done that and you have your business brand that is able to secure the sales off the back of that, the campaign is the momentum engine that allows you to get more people to understand who you are based on your personal brand and your business brand simultaneously. Like, honestly, that is the formula. Your personal brand multiplied by your business brand multiplied by your campaign brand equals brand authority, right? And you're going to be watching this and thinking, is that it? Or you may be watching this and thinking, maybe I lost my marbles. However, I can use myself as a case study, right? And I'm using myself as a case study in real time. My personal brand, P.H.A.S.E.S, formerly a personal branding strategist, but now I'm a brand authority strategist because I understand that we're not doing this for likes and comments anymore. We're not doing that anymore. We are doing this to change our legacy forever. The authority that we have within our brand that shapes conversations, that shapes the whole idea of who we are, and that gets people involved. They get people reaching out to us because they see us everywhere. I'm building brand authority because you will never not be able to see me. I will be everywhere. And it will get to the point where you'll be sick of me because then I understood how I'm able to position myself where I'm in these publications talking about these areas, or I'm doing a podcast talking about these particular things, or I'm on YouTube dropping daily video content, sharing these insights and gems with you. So this is why it's so important. And then personal branding is an important element, but it's not the only thing that can allow you to take things to a new level. And like I said, with a personal brand, if you're not looking to build your own business or you're not looking to follow that sort of entrepreneurial route, the formula does not apply because it doesn't matter. Focus on your personal brand solely and just focus on you being able to focus on building your personal brand to the place where you have enough leverage and enough job security that will keep you safe and will keep you protected from people saying that you can no longer have this job because you are no longer required. You want to be in a position where no one can take any sort of job from you because you have positioned yourself as the obvious choice. It only makes sense as to why we pick you because there's no one else to pick from. Focus on your personal brand if that's the case, right? However, if you are building a business, if you are someone who is building a business based on credibility, based on your judgment, based on your expertise, based on your mind and your way of thinking, this is for you. This is for you to really utilize the skills that you have in your mind and taking it to a whole new level. And all it comes down to is using your personal brand, utilizing it and multiplying it with your business brand in terms of what you're doing and multiplying it with your campaign brand. That is the formula that will guarantee you brand authority that will take things to a whole new level, right? So for 2026, we are not talking about personal branding like that anymore. We talk about it on the basis that it's good, that it provides visibility, it provides awareness. However, it does not provide that credibility that will take you to a whole new level. That's your business. You need to showcase your business in a way just as important as your personal brand as well. And the way that you're able to do both of them at the same time is through your campaign. What campaigns are you doing as an individual to showcase who you are and what you're doing and providing it in a way that allows you to build your tribe, that builds your community in a way that allows people to automatically want to align themselves with you, that automatically want to work with you because they know that you've applied that formula to a T where no one can take it away from you. Your personal brand, undeniable. Your business brand, undeniable. And that's all because you focused on the campaign that you have used as a momentum engine for both of these things to be apparent to the right people at the right time. That is the only formula that you need if you're trying to become rich, right? That is the only formula if you're looking to build wealth and you're looking to take things to a whole new level. And you're going to see this in real time. I have my personal brand, P.H.A.S.E, brand authority strategist, right? I have my business brand, Follow the Phases as an agency, brand authority agency. That is the work that I'll be doing, and that's what I'll continue to be doing because this is a lot more important than just a personal brand. This is about survival right now. And when you have brand authority in the age of AI, then nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Your personal brand will protect you from the areas of you looking for employment and finding employment. But as far as being an entrepreneur, as far as looking to generate and make 7 figures, 8 figures, not even 9 figures, if you want to make 9, brand authority is the only thing that matters and the only thing that will see you through in the next few years, right? And that's why with the campaign brand it's important, because the campaigns are in all shapes and sizes. It all varies and it depends on the individual. And that's the beautiful thing when it focuses on campaign brands, because when you focus on your campaign brand, you take a bit of stuff from your personal, you take a bit of stuff from your business, and you merge it into a campaign that allows people to understand both sides of you. So through that, no one ever looks at you and says that you are not the person that you say you are, because you have literally fused the elements of the things that you talk about, the things that you love, the things that you're passionate about, that you hold dear to yourself, alongside the things that you know that people want, that the pain points that people need, the things that people will pay you money for, and you fuse it together into a campaign model that has allowed you to do both at the same time. And that's the thing. My campaign is the £1 million visibility blueprint. That's my campaign. That is my campaign that I'm doing. And that's the reason why things have been moving in such a fast and rapid rate, because I made that a campaign. I took a bit of my personal brand. I took a bit of the things that I love, that I'm passionate about, the things that I want people to do in order for them to change their lives for the better, right? And I took a bit of my business brand in terms of my expertise, what I'm good at, what I can sell, what I know people need and require for my services. And I merged it into the £1 million visibility blueprint. And through that blueprint, that will turn into a beast in itself, based on the roadmap I've aligned and based on what I'm looking to do for it. So that's it, man. That's it. I wanted to share this with you guys because, you know, I don't want to gatekeep. I don't want to gatekeep, and I don't want anyone who's rocking with me and watching this content to also fall short. So this is for you guys. Make sure you focus on your personal brand, multiply it by your business brand, and multiply that by your campaign brand. And when you do that, you get brand authority and you're set for life. That is how you become rich. That is how you become wealthy. So make sure you follow that framework and you follow me as I follow that framework myself. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.